Thank you for being back with us. And that's not how I want to start it. Damn it. As soon as I hit record, I forget my opening. Anyway, welcome back to Birds of a Feather. This is your girl, AJ, the Suburban Princess, here back in 2026, talking some new stuff, some off the season stuff with my co-ed, as this is the co-ed edition. Please welcome back Eddie B.
Hey, how are you? I feel like it's been a while since we had
It's
these talks.
it's been too long. AJ got ADD crazy, but I didn't know what to really talk about. I'm still kind of missing Sunday football, period, because Sundays are not
No,
as
I
fun.
hear you. I hear you. Me too. I mean, it's
It's a
no,
void.
I'm excited for the Phillies. Just to see him wearing my Phillies hat right now.
Yeah, I
So,
just felt like, yeah,
but
no, I'm
pass the
glad that
time.
Eddie is wearing,
So,
I'm glad you're wearing your Phillies and I'm wearing Eagles actually, because this show is just primarily to get us chatting about what we've heard, what we think, how things are starting to form. Because the only people that are really currently playing, obviously, as we know, are the hats we don't have, which are the Sixers and the Flyers. So we'll leave them for last.
mhm.
But for right now, Ed, we're going to just dive in to what is true and what's not, in your opinion, because look, this has always been an opinion
I
podcast.
mean,
So
yeah, and I mean, everything right now is all speculation. So, I mean,
everything is
it's just
speculation. So you're going to hear our speculation. So, first rumor up, we're going to talk about our deal Eagles, since we know we are getting near to what is a free agent
free
free
Yeah, it's happening.
agency. Yeah, because the combine just ended. And without me having NFL
Hmm.
Network, I've only relied on Instagram highlights and podcasts to know what's good,
Yeah.
what's not. Have you watched any of the combine to know
Well,
who's good and who's not?
it came on a bad weekend because I
Oh,
didn't
that's right, because it was Eddie's
I was
birthday. Happy belated birthday!
thank you. Yeah, so I wasn't dialed in as much as I wanted to be, to the combine, but I heard a couple things like some people that are like more what the Eagles are looking at as far as tight end. Of course, everybody wants a guy from uh, Smith.
LSU.
No, the guy from the Ducks, from Oregon, the tight end.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay.
Yeah, so everybody's talking about him, but I know to get him, we'd have to make a move really to move up because I don't think we can't get him at 23. I don't think he's going to fall that far.
Because he's
And he's a
mostly
tight
been
end.
he had a fast time, right? Is that the case?
Yeah, I mean he looks good. But the thing is, as you know, when's the last time we see us pick a tight end in the first round? Never. So that I can't remember. Yeah.
No. Now,
So
mind you,
I don't see
that
that
could be
happening.
because they now most likely, the rumor is that Goddard's agent most likely is going to move on from the Eagles. So it definitely looks like Goddard's not coming back. So, but
I
you're
mean, we need a veteran tight end though. I mean,
we do.
to come into this room, if we're gonna, because right now we don't have any really. So
We don't have
we
anybody
have
who's a threat
zero.
or a good backup. Yeah.
I mean, maybe we could bring back EJ Jenkins for depth, but that's about it. I mean, Calcaterra, we can bring him back maybe, but who
Yeah, but he
knows with
can't.
him?
He clearly did
Didn't he
looked
get hurt?
embarrassing this year because he
Didn't
could
he
not
get hurt
block.
at the end of the year? Didn't he get hurt at the end of the year anyway? So
Yeah,
I
and
don't know
also
what the
also
deal.
too, he got exposed a lot for his lacking of blocking. He could never really do what
Hmm.
Goddard can do. Even though
Yeah.
Goddard even have a rough blocking because they were so busy using Goddard as a damn running back, so his mind wasn't on blocking as much as
I
being the
mean,
sneak attack in the end zone.
yeah, we got a new tight ends coach too, so we'll see. Maybe they can work
And we
with
got to speak on
somebody.
that too once everything is more, they do the introductions of the new staff, because we apparently got a lot of new help. So this is going to be an interesting year on many levels, because
Hey, I'm all for it.
they had brought back a QB coach, or a former QB of the Eagles in
Yeah,
2011, Gerard
Jared
Johnson.
Johnson. Yeah,
Yeah, and
Jared
he's
Johnson.
going to be QB's coach assistant, on the offense for Jalen.
And they
So,
they actually interviewed him
oh yes,
for the OC job.
before Bannon
So
got it. Yeah, before Sean Bannon got it. Yeah.
yeah, he interviewed, but he wasn't. They didn't. So I mean that alone is like that's the second person that they hired that wasn't Manning that they interviewed. So I mean that's a good
Yeah.
sign. I mean they saw something that they liked in him and they didn't say, oh, just let him go somewhere else because
And
that's
they
just
just
as we
grabbed
need.
somebody. They just grabbed somebody from the for the linebackers, right? They just grabbed another guy from the linebacker,
Yeah,
the linebackers assistant coach. We'll get all the details obviously as we go. I just wanted to put it out there that we know that at this point Goddard is definitely not returning, which you think I'd be more sad about it because I was so in love with that man. But
yeah, but we all know for him to get a big contract, he'd have to go somewhere
I want
else.
him to get paid too. He has a baby
Yeah,
now, so he needs to get that money
yeah,
for his family.
he deserves it. I
He
mean, he's
deserved it.
played
He played
well.
his butt off better than all the years he's played since his rookie year this past year. So he deserves
Hopefully, the
money.
man can stay healthy the rest of his career. That's the only drawback. That's the only
Facts.
risk with him. It's like
Yeah,
his
because that's
health.
the only thing that ruined any of his chances to be like the top five tight end was when when he was hurt.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, I mean, and I'm just hoping they. I mean, they got well only one pick on the first day,
yeah.
so
Hopefully
hopefully,
we can steal some spot somewhere, if not the second round
but who
for sure.
knows? But who knows? I mean, I mean, who knows what they're gonna do? It's like people, their whole room were floating around about AJ. Like
Yeah, let's talk about that because do we really need to be hearing all this, or is this just more like off-season fodder because there's really nothing else to talk about? What is your take?
I think just because of how he voiced
Yeah.
about, you all know how he wears his heart on his sleeve and voicing
Mm-hmm.
how he, you know, wanted to be somewhere else. So sorry. Yeah. So I mean, that's just like he want he's talking like in a minute, yeah, I want to be somewhere else. But then, but then he sang a different song not that long ago, saying he wants to be here.
Right.
So
He hasn't been talking that way on any of the podcasts since the season ended, like he wants to be somewhere else. I think people read into a lot of stuff, and
yeah.
supposedly Howie's
Well,
been giving out the vibes that it would take a lot to get him, but that's always what they
oh, and
say.
it will though. I mean,
Every
to be
trade
honest
talk,
with you.
your number one wide receiver, you're going to say then you need a first round and 50,000 picks. That's just the
Yeah,
normal.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's just
mean,
the normal
and
stuff.
I mean, I was not surprised of him saying those things during the year. No, he was frustrated. I'm not surprised he said those things during the year. He's frustrated with the lack of like creativity,
Targets.
lack of targets, the lack of like just the offense being just flat,
Mm-hmm.
knowing that they've looked so much better under someone else. And it's the fact that it did not go that way last year. And I mean, it's a simple fact of like, you know, all that stuff happening, and about a year, he seemed like once they moved on from Kevin Batulo, well, I almost forget his name for like 2 seconds because I want to forget it. Kevin Batulo, yeah.
Yeah, I
Once they
know.
moved on
Kept
from
calling him
him, it
Papatulo.
sounded like he started, singing a different song. It's just like, oh, okay, and maybe I do want to be here now because I guess he didn't want. Now, if Kevin Batulo stayed, he definitely wanted out. I know that that's definitely a fact. He
Yeah,
probably,
yeah, of course. I mean,
and I would
you have to
not,
see that
and
guy every day.
yeah, and I wouldn't blame him either.
Yeah.
After
No,
after
because
what he
honestly, it
saw,
wasn't just the fans. I mean, everybody who commentated on the Eagles games, they knew it just was
yeah,
flat on its face for like 6, 7 weeks straight.
flat, predictable,
Yeah, just bland, like
bad offense,
unoriginal.
very vanilla offense. Like, and that's why I'm
And
okay with with the shuffle. I'm like, look, we need some new thoughts. See what happens. Can't be any worse than what we had last year for
I
first round
mean,
exit in the playoffs.
you didn't think last year when they actually got there and won that they would change up in those first 5 weeks when it looked disastrous too. So you thought and was hoping that
Yeah.
maybe last year was going to end up the same way, but it just seemed to get
Hmm.
worse. And then I think
Oh, it
once
just
AJ
snowballed
kind of it
into.
just snowballed, but I think AJ putting it out there, even though he got obviously social media and media flack for it, everyone knew he was telling the truth. I mean, the truth always hurts
Yeah,
when you know that there's things that they could be doing that clearly the coaching staff doesn't see, and yet they're all flat and all off and disjointed. He wasn't talking out his butt and he wasn't trying to make
yeah,
himself look like the star. He was just saying, this is not what we're capable of. We just got back from a Super Bowl win.
yeah. Like
Why
this,
can't
we're
we
not this. We don't
keep
look.
it going?
Yep, exactly. Like we don't look like a Super Bowl team, and they didn't. And will Howie move on from him? You know what? If the price is right, Howie, we know Howie. Howie will.
Yeah, that's why
You
it doesn't
know,
really matter
if,
now.
so- if somebody calls up and says, "Hey, I'll give you a first and a second for AJ," you know, you think Howie wouldn't like throw the book at that deal? He would.
He would sweeten the
He
pot
would
too.
definitely.
He would add other people in to get more picks on top of it. So he would make it work for him. But here's the thing. We also can't assume just because, they changed up the coaching staff that, AJ may still want to still go or whatever. I think with AJ, I think his whole thing was toward the end
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
season, you notice he wasn't as vocal because I think towards the end of the season, it became obvious that they were starting to come around the corner, but there were still obvious changes that needed to be made regardless because
hmm
their offense wasn't working. So the little tricks they were doing with
yeah,
Goddard and the more passes they were giving off to other players, you started to realize that it wasn't for some reason it just seemed like for like 5 games straight, it just seemed like Hertz and AJ were not on the same timing. And that's where I think his frustration got through. But then I think as the season started to
hmm
get later, I think that he started to realize like if I would just stop forcing it, that it would naturally come to him, and it
yeah,
did. So it found its
yeah.
way to
And
him.
he,
It's just that I think the philosophy is probably what wasn't going to gel with him.
yeah, and you know what? So be it. If they move on from AJ, they move on from AJ. But we'd
Yeah.
be okay. Smitty can be a number one. We just have to find some. We just need to find a number two and a number three at this point. Like,
Yeah, because he's
is
gonna
the
get
talent out
surrounded.
there? There's some talent out there. I mean, that we can get like that
Yeah.
could help us. Like,
It's just not
but
the
we'll
same. I
see.
mean, they're to me an obvious 1-2 punch. So I just personally, I would think it'd be stupid to let him go. But at the same time,
I
like you
would like to
said,
keep it together, but if we can't, then I mean,
yeah, I'm not gonna be mad if he can't go. Like I'm not one of these people who want him to go.
I, I'm just hoping, like, say he does stay, and then things in the beginning don't go as well as he wanted to in the first
Yeah, will
like
he feel the
start
same fit?
with
Yeah.
the new coordinator. Is he gonna be a distraction, or is he just gonna be or is he gonna actually thrive in the system, or is he gonna be a distraction to the other players?
Well, the rumor
That
was
is
that
my one.
supposedly already is
That's the only fear.
yeah, yeah, I agree with you. I think that's the worry that everyone has, but I think the constant changing regarding the OC coordinator obviously showed that it didn't just affect Hurts after a while. It was affecting the
Mhm.
flow of the offense. So it wasn't just Hurts struggling, even though considering Hurts is on his like seventh at this point, he has honestly matured every single year that he's had to have constant adversity and constant change. So if out of
Well,
the
this
both of
and
them, AJ is the only one having a problem with it, that shows you a kind of maturity level thing that might be the real issue. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So I just feel like with Hurts, he could be the one that could
and
be more offended by the changes
This
than
is Hurts
AJ.
time to yeah. Well, he yeah, and he's got to I hate to say Hurts has to put up this year and like
Yeah.
show that he can continue to improve. He has to. If he doesn't show that, he needs to show that this year. He can continue to improve.
Out of
That he
out of
can.
both of them,
He
you would
can.
think that Hurts would have more of an attitude than AJ, don't you think? At this going this rate, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Shouldn't he
because
be the
of
one to have a bigger chip on his shoulder than AJ?
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
So,
yeah.
if
No, I
anything, AJ's
agree.
like, all I got to do is just catch the ball. Hurts got to figure out where the hell to throw it. you know. So,
Yeah.
but
Well.
not to belabor this though, but it's going to be a different season regardless. I just like the fact that we're seeing new names on the coaching staff as well, and that
Yeah.
there's a brother on the team because I think part of it is you can't always have no brothers on there to talk to a head brother on the offense.
Yeah.
Like some of these dudes
Yeah.
probably just can't speak Hertz's language, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink.
hmm
Um, but
And I'm just glad. I want some new blood. And I'm glad to see some new. Hopefully, it's some new way of thinking, some new ways of thinking, and everything. Because
just change
I
the
just think
flow.
that the old way was not going to work anymore. So I think we needed things to be shaken up, and they're going to be shaken up, and that's fine.
Well
So
said. Well said. All right. So moving on, we're going to switch over to, and like I said, once the combine and stuff and the draft gets around, we'll talk more detail about the new faces and stuff. But as of right now, all I can say about the combine is that the rumor is that the QB class, wide receiver class are not that impressive. and the
Mhm.
linebackers and D backs are the ones to watch. Who goes first in the first round? So that'll be one reason to watch. Because I think the draft this year is in LA, I think, or something. I think it's in West Coast this year.
Yeah, but
I
I'm
want to
gonna
say
watch it
Los
like I
Angeles.
always do. I'm gonna watch it like I always do.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. I do too. I do too. We'll see if even it's even worth us moving up. They may not even move till second round, but we'll see. All right, so moving on to the Phillies. So the rumor is now with the World Baseball Classic coming. Did you hear the
mhm.
rumor that Rojas now has been suspected of using PEDs? Now he's going to be no longer eligible for the World Baseball Classic. So now he's
Oh,
going to be
wait,
doing what happened.
did they test him or no?
Yeah, he tested positive. That was what I saw
Oh,
yesterday. And I said to
I must have
myself,
missed
don't do
that.
what
That's
Alvarado did. That's a damn shame.
yeah. I must have missed I missed that one because I didn't
Yeah.
catch like today. I didn't catch any news today really from the Phillies.
Yeah. I saw it
They said
yesterday.
yeah. I heard that Painter had a good Andrew Painter had a good outing.
Yes, Andrew
Yeah,
Painter. Justin
and
Crawford looks good in
Sanchez
Grapefruit Gleed.
yeah, Sanchez has had a good camp so far. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
he's been uh and the guy they got who's going to take over Aldo Garcia, like who's going to take over
Yes.
Cassie's
Yes, yes, yes.
like
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that guy he's jacked too. He's like
He
crushing
is.
the
He's
ball.
big.
Like,
He's big.
he's
I
straight
hope to
crushing the
God they
ball.
don't catch him for
They
anything
better
because
not
he is
test
pretty
him, right?
healthy.
Yeah, right.
Please, Lord. Let's
They're
not
like,
have
Aldous,
most
come
of
here.
our Latino guys get all scouted for PEDs and we have nobody in the
Like,
regular season.
they're
God
like, we need
dang
you to
it.
pee in a cup. We need you to pee in a cup, Aldous. Come here. Like,
You
what?
know what I'm saying? I'm just like, who we got to pay off to just let our guys slide? We're losing too many good guys, a few good guys. So yeah, so I thought about Alvarado, even though Alvarado they said still can't even. I don't think he can even play still in the from last year's suspension. So he kind of
But
wrecked himself in
did
the
they block
training
him from
camp
the
too.
classic? Did they block
I
him
don't
from the classic or no?
I don't think he's able to play, and they said that it might delay. It also may delay spring training for him because he still has to get himself back into form. That could be wrong, but I know that Alvarado
Mm.
still is kind of an out. But that's what I'm saying. Like this type of stuff is not just stuff that interrupts your regular season. It can also affect any off season or exhibition matches that you
Oh
get.
yeah, yeah,
So it screws you
that's
up when you
true.
don't take note of what's supposed to be in your body and what's not. So it's just something to keep
Yeah.
light of because Phillies are already having a hard time deal wise, salary wise, to really they couldn't really do too many moves in the offseason before Grapefruit League started because there are just so many contracts. Um,
Well,
you
they
know, the
only really wanted to make one move, and that was, the one that the Mets went and
oh yeah,
overpaid for.
yeah,
Yeah,
whatever.
like
If
the
he
Mets
wants to go
went and
there, that's
overpaid
his
for the guy.
loss. It's his
Hey,
loss.
you know what? Fine.
Yeah.
But the
If you
thing is, the
once you
Mets
choose
gave
to do one of those New York teams, I know what you're really about. You're not about the
well, the
team.
Mets also gave him a dumb contract too. The Mets are stupid. Like they
Well,
had,
that's what I'm
and
saying.
they also had no choice because his contract. He after this year, he doesn't have to stay.
Yeah,
He can
yeah.
opt out. He signed a 3-year deal, but he can opt out after the first year, which is crazy. You mean tell me you signed the guy knowing that he can walk away, spend all his money on the guy knowing he can walk away, and the Phillies didn't give him that option, like
Right.
that you can just walk out and he can end up with us next year, which is crazy. Like he can just opt out and sign with us
Yeah,
next
that's
year.
true. So he could, yeah,
But the
he could
thing
do
is,
his wait and see.
but we may not have a season next year. So I mean,
Here's my thing though with
well,
baseball, as much as it seems like they print money, I feel like that first year should be that way set up, period, no matter what years you get in the contract. Because I feel like every league flips. Because with baseball, they play so long, your body can get strained early.
mhm.
I feel like everybody should have that opt out after the first season because I feel like what if it
Yeah,
isn't a fit? How do you know? You
no,
know what I mean?
but that's a gamble you take when you sign somebody. So no,
I know.
I think
I
they
just feel like
should.
baseball is
I
so
think.
fickle health wise with people with the guys.
Well, yeah, I mean, you never know, but at the same time,
I just I'm naked eyes, so I'm just looking at it like let them leave if they want to go after the year. Damn it, we'll find another arm.
he wants to try and make some more money. That's why he's gonna opt out of his first year and then go somewhere
Facts.
else.
But I like I
He'll get a
said, I
better
feel like the
contract.
MLB they
But
just print money anyway. He'll get paid regardless.
on the flip side, though, I mean, he may not make anything because if the strike happens, if the walkout happens
Oh yeah,
next year, if they don't like agree on whatever what the union says, whatever they say, we may not have a bit. We won't have a baseball season next year. So,
That seems to be going around because, as you see, the WNBA is still in a lock with their CBA agreement
oh God,
with the
yeah,
league. So it's a lot of that going around, and I have a feeling it's probably
yeah.
because the world is ending and everyone's running out of money.
you said,
We're about to get bombed.
you said,
Like I just feel like this is the time for all these corporations to say, "Put up or shut up," because we ain't gonna be able to do this anymore.
yeah. Well, I'm too old to get drafted. Thank God. So,
I know. Look, I mean, but anyway, but I say all that to say, like with the Phillies, everything is up in the air. And I do feel like it is funny that you brought up that because I didn't even know about that fact because I was thinking I'm like, is everybody up on these like CBA type things like by next year? Is 2027 the big decider for everybody's club? That what the hell's
mhm.
going on? All right, so moving on to Sixers. They just won a game. My thoughts to you about Embiid being out for the oblique injury. When he did play, he did look good. Did he not? The few games
Yeah,
that
yeah. You're fine. I mean, I honestly, I don't think his injuries right now are like a big thing. I think they're just trying to rest him. That's why they're saying he's injured.
I mean, I don't even know
I
when the
think
hell he got injured. I just saw the clip and I said,
that that
how did he strain himself? What
that
did he do?
that's why I said I think it's like it's their way to give him some rest.
Okay.
Without
So you think it's just more of
getting
what they
penalized
can't
for
really
it. Too
code it
bad.
anymore, load management stuff.
Yeah, because then the league has a fucking fit. I'm like, oh, he's. But the thing is, like, okay, league has a fit, but these guys' bodies are on the line, so let them do load management if they have to. So I mean,
What are your thoughts on Jared when he got traded? Did you kind of see that coming because he wasn't a fit early in the season once he was good, or
uh,
were you shocked?
what's your handicap them? Because I mean, then we only had three guards left. But
Because you have too many
I
guards,
mean,
right?
no, we don't have enough.
I mean, you don't
Honestly,
have
I
enough
mean,
guards. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you have
yeah, we
more.
have enough now. But then we had to keep Kyle Lowry, rather get rid of Kyle Lowry and just run without, or just
We
run
kept
with
Booty for what?
yeah,
To be a
so
bench
he can
warmer?
so he can retire. Yeah, just let him retire, like, and then
Okay.
so Chris.
Meanwhile, we missing the fact that the owner is also part of the Epstein files. Did you hear that rumor? Can we
Oh
sell the
God, there's
team
so
now?
many.
Can we sell the team?
Well, there's so many other people in that own part of the Sixers too. So I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
But still.
sell his majority stake. Yeah, God,
And then they
that
found
seems
out that
crap.
some other guy, part of the this just came out, I think, this week, and it's probably because it's on Twitter, so that's probably why. Take it with a grain of salt. But they said that another guy on the Sixers front office supposedly raped an autistic girl.
Oh my God,
I know
these
funny.
motherfuckers,
It's
like,
not
these
funny about what
motherfuckers.
happened, but I'm just saying, if this team doesn't have a dumpster fire front office that should not tell you to not sell the team by the end of the season, I don't know what else will. Because there's no help in this team. They don't have enough money to draft the right people. You know what I mean? They never get enough picks. They're just going to be stuck with this same core. We're never going to see Tyrese Maxey really get to his full potential because he's never going to have the help.
I mean, Maxi's
I
having
think
a
I've
great
lost
year
Eddie.
though. I mean, that's oh God, so Maxi's having a great year. I just can't believe what you said. I didn't even know about that.
That's what I'm saying. This is why we
Uh,
have to chat because you don't know about the stuff that I'm seeing, and then I
hey,
would have checked if you heard what I heard. But yeah,
these
so
guys,
yeah,
it's a special warm place for some of these guys. So
all these elite creepos that are being
by warm
exposed right now.
and by warm I mean hot place,
Seriously,
and I'm not talking about prison. So
no. All I know is
and
that when I
these,
saw that come across the timeline, I was like, yo, like when? Like, please get your hands off my organizations, my teams, please. Can y'all have some kind of a decent record? Before that, we
y'all
had Big
stop
Tyler
wilding
Guy
out,
that had a
right?
burner account. Like, can we have some clean people in the front office for once?
Yeah, right.
Anyway,
And thank God, the other owners of the other teams aren't doing this crazy shit.
oh, I know. Look, all the stuff that gets
Uh,
exposed happens for a reason, but I just never thought that would ever come our way. But that was
I
just a
mean,
fun fact about where the Sixers are headed.
only thing Lori did went and got himself a younger wife, but at least he wasn't doing any like
Oh, but he keeps his other woman closer, so he keeps his enemies closer at least. All right, I'm getting the 10-minute thing,
Yeah,
so
I
hurry up.
mean, hey, look, he keeps her happy too. So it's
I
like, look,
mean, yeah, we can't even go there. But all right,
he was no dummy when it came to that. So I mean,
so moving on. So the Sixers are still stuck in sixth place in the division. So most likely they won't be in the play in. But then when they did have a chance to be in the play in earlier this season, they didn't do so well. So I don't know if maybe they'll move from the 16 or not. I think they just are a 60 team. They're lucky they're that with Tyrese breaking Iverson's 3-point scoring record. He's made history for himself as a
uh,
player, but can't say much about the squad itself other than
I mean,
they win, they
and
lose, they
also,
win, they lose.
well, they were starting to click with Paul George and everybody else being there, but now Paul George is
Paul
sitting at
George got
home
a
right now.
PED
So
suspension. It's like, Jesus Lord.
yeah,
You know what? If it's for his mental health, I don't think that should be on the list personally, knowing that I'm on drugs. So it's like,
uh, uh,
I don't feel like that should be against PED if that should be messing with your strength, especially when he was dunking before they decided to suspend him. Like, freak. Like, anyway, whatever.
but yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, I didn't know what he got caught for.
They said it was for
So,
his mental health. I have a feeling he's on some kind of depressant drug or stimulant for his mental, but it could
well,
be,
that's like when they caught the one Philly guy who was on Adderall. Like,
yeah,
I'm like, you
yeah.
suspended him from ad for Adderall. Like,
But that became the
I mean,
discussion. Like, should that be
he was
something that hinders his
diagnosed.
performance or helps his performance? Last time I checked, when you're on any SSRIs, if anything, you probably gain some weight. You know what I mean? It probably might make you a little slower, but it shouldn't be
Mhm.
stimulating your performance or affecting how you play. So I just feel like maybe that list needs to be a little bit more thought out. You know what I mean? And maybe it's
Yeah,
because it probably was an
yeah, I think it
SSRI that
should.
wasn't approved. Who knows? I
Yeah.
don't know, but it's
Wow.
crazy. It's crazy how this team has been sandbagged before they had a chance to even take off this season. Like there's just was signs coming from
Hmm.
Texas. So that's why I say I just take the little victories when they do win a game and I'm able to watch on Peacock. I'm glad to see it. They look good in the black jerseys. I got my little look for this year. They redid the floor like the old school 2001 team.
I
That's
mean, the
about just
team.
enjoy the little victories that we have with the squad.
I like the team that they have right now. I'm signing. Who's the guy they just bought back? What's his name? Uh, you know, I'm talking about too.
I lost track of most of the guys outside of
Young
Kelly
guy,
Oubre.
young guy.
They brought
Yeah, but
Campaign back.
yeah, campaign. Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I'm
they
on.
brought
Yeah,
Campaign back. Yeah, and I haven't seen him play yet. Has he played? Because I haven't seen him
yeah,
play yet.
he's been
All
playing.
right, I
Yeah.
must have missed it. Yeah, I already missed it. All right, before this runs out, quickly about the Flyers. Up and down, up and down. Do you still feel like the goalie situation has resolved itself? Tocchet as a coach. Your thoughts?
I like the team right now. Are they ready to compete in the playoffs? I don't know.
Mm-mm.
Uh, I I think I brought this up to somebody about a goal situation being a hindrance to them winning, and
Yeah,
I got kind of told I was wrong, but I don't think so. Uh, this is like I think the goalkeeper is gonna the goaltending is gonna be a major thing for them. I mean, I saw games they were losing what 1-7, and like when I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah,
but they've had some good games this year too.
yeah.
But
They
at the
have
same time,
a lot more
there's some
than
nights when the top is being blown off and they're just freaking
yeah.
getting demolished. Like that doesn't tell me that you don't have a goalkeeping problem. Also, also means your defensemen aren't helping either. So
True.
there's a lot of things there. I mean, I'm happy to see them playing as well as they have been, but
Yeah, they started off on fire
uh,
this season. I have to admit, like they just now recently started getting into trouble. I just know Konechny's playing his ass off, and this is
yeah,
probably the most. I mean, if they decide to trade him, that would be sad. But
I
you,
think they just made a trade for somebody, didn't they?
yeah, they did.
I
But I
think
know there was a
today or
threat
yesterday.
about possibly trading him because he was a vet and he had gotten mad at some players at the last one of the last most recent losses, and I was like, oh shit, here we go. But
I don't blame them for getting mad at some of the losses. I mean,
yeah, because they're
they
not
weren't
necessarily
good. Yeah, so not mad
well.
at them for that at all.
Either way, like I said, Sixers and Flyers are a nice big bag of crazy, but they're the ones playing right now. So at least we get some sports. But like I told Eddie, I do miss my football Fridays, and I every now and then will go back and watch a season game just to get my fix.
Uh,
You know, And when we meet again, we're going to definitely discuss what the full staff looks like on the Eagles because I'm going to need my fix again soon, especially once the draft is here. Because I do
Yeah, I
miss
mean, springtime is here, so we're gonna get free agency
exactly.
soon, and
Yeah, we're in March. We're
hey,
in the
I
Ides of
mean,
March.
well, the tampering period opens up soon, doesn't it?
It must be because they've
Yeah.
already, well, they supposedly posted trades already. So I'm assuming that we're getting
Yeah.
close to it
So I
because
think
now they're
I think
jumping
that
the
I
gun.
think that shows up it shows up really soon. I can't remember the exact
I don't
date,
know
but
the days.
I think it's this week, but I can't remember the exact date for it. So
Yeah, all I know is Montgomery and Detroit is now a Texan. So I knew once that came out, even if it's not technically
yeah,
official, that means that they're starting to do trades to the free agency and tampering
yeah,
seasons.
there's a couple other ones going around. So I mean,
Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff about to move.
well, we're in
So
the thick of it now, so it's time to get
we
ready for
are.
next season.
Yeah, so next week, sometime in the next week or so, we're going to talk more about who's getting poached and who's not, who makes sense. Maybe they'll sign Jalen Phillips on Eagle squad. You never know. So we'll
Yeah,
see
I
what
mean that is a
happens.
signing. That is a signing I want to see, and
Yeah,
I want them to get out. We need I want to see B two. Like I wouldn't mind bringing Ward in. So
we're
I
who?
mean Ward, he was just cut from somebody. He's a good player too.
Oh,
We need
okay.
somebody that can shore up that second spot so we can
Yeah,
keep. We need to keep what's name at the
Adore.
dime. No, we need to keep
Oh,
Coop at
Coop.
the in the dime position, in nickel position. So because
Oh, and happy birthday to Reed. Today is Reed's birthday. I don't know if he's going to be
oh
Eagle, but
nice. I know
happy birthday,
one of my
Reed.
favorite one of the players I do like, but he may
I
be
know.
gone. So
If he's gone, he's
and so
gone.
and
It's fine. But the exciting whites will be no more.
Kobe Dean may be gone too. So I mean,
Yeah, the rumors are saying he might go to Dallas, which would kind of make sense because he sounds like he belongs in Texas. All right, birds of a feather. Let me turn this off. We're gonna talk soon, Eddie. I'll be more coherent,
yep,
but I felt we need to
all
put it
right,
out there. So
yeah,
tonight I'm gonna watch my girls and Unrivaled tonight, the playoffs in Brooklyn on HBO Max and TNT.
oh
So
nice, okay,
yes. So I'm rooting for Vinyl and Phantom and Laces. Who is it? Breeze and somebody else. I forgot the other team. But anyway, go girls. Eddie, we will talk soon. Birds of a feather.
yes,
CoEd edition, we
we
out.
out.
We'll talk next time. Bye bye.